Part 3 of my reading of the Justifiers role-playing game timeline. The Espers revolt, led by the elves, liberates 1,200 Espers from the Corps' detainment camps. The Imperium sets high bounties on the heads of all rogue Espers. Bounty hunting becomes the newest way to make a fortune. 2371. The Crystal Palace is destroyed by a nuclear device. Juan I is succeeded by his son Juan II. It is never discovered who planted the device or what their political agenda was. Every fringe political group, both legal and underground, in the Imperium takes credit for the bombing. Even the Esper Corps is unsuccessful in discovering who conducted the assassination, which leads some to suspect the Corps itself. 2382. Evidence of an ancient system-spanning race comes to light. Some quietly suggest that this elder race may have achieved greater heights than the Imperium. These people find themselves manning survey teams to better explore the expanding Imperium. 2396. An experimental tunable jump gate able to choose its destination is tested in an uninhabited system. The entire solar system and all its satellites simply disappear. Research is transferred from the Jump Gate Authority to the Defense Ministry. 2403. A city is found which dates back some 223,000 years. It is attributed to the Elder race, as they are now known, and excites scientists throughout human space. How a city lasts this long is the question on everyone's mind. 2439. Juan II passes away quietly in his sleep, which no one believes, and his son Romero is crowned. The new emperor appeases the house of nobles and looks forward to a long, secure reign. 2441. The Imperium controls 214 star systems. 5 races are under its control, counting the Betas as a single race. Nexus and Earth are paradises, veritable gardens of engineered perfection. The Earth's population is made up of 43 million humans and 436 million Betas and augmented humans. Life is good as long as you are a citizen. 2442. Monday, February 3rd. Now. Now, I realize that this is a somewhat dated timeline. There are political things that didn't happen and are very, very unlikely going to happen. Some of my technical achievements are off the mark. But remember, when I wrote this back, I think in 1992, it wasn't completely out of the realm of possibility. And I realized that some of the structure is taken from historical precedents and from the overall mythology of science fiction. For example, the Esper Corps being based on Mars, naming some of the first space structures after famous political leaders and science fiction authors, which there is some precedent for that already. So, we have like the Kennedy Center for named that for a reason. So, I just kind of extended that into the off-world colonies. But I really enjoyed writing this, and over time I updated it a little bit here and there. And I can remember changing who the first nation that released the first plague from like Iraq to Iran to Libya. I flipped it back and forth over time. And I made it Iraq, I think, during the beginning of the Second Desert Conflict with Iraq, just before we invaded them. It's kind of like assuming that our battle would be short, brief, and then we would leave, and then they would eventually want to reestablish themselves as a political entity. I didn't assume that we would still be there so many years later. I didn't get that one right. But like I said, I love timelines, and if anyone would like a copy of this, email me, and I will post it. I will email them a text copy. Have a good one.